My journey here at the IHUB has been really fascinating. I've met different entrepreneurs, technologists, innovators, programmers. Now, right now I'm going to have a chat with Bernard Dodongo, one part and parcel of IHUB, who has also come up with an app that is going to make it fun for the matatu rides, and even it's going to make it safer. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you very much for accepting my
Yes.
interview on a short notice.
Yes.
So tell us about the application that you are working on.
Yes, My Ride Kenya. We want to make public transport, matatus, safe, comfortable, and fun. I know many of you take matatus, and many of us, like about 8 million Kenyans, use matatus every day. And most of the time, it's not very comfortable. It's not fun, and there's nothing you can do about it. A lot of people think there is nothing you can do about it, but now you can do something. What My Ride Kenya does, to make it very, very easy for any passenger to send feedback to the owner of a matatu. If, for example, 100 or let's say just 10 passengers complained about a driver who's driving too fast, or a conductor who is overcharging them, or they have taken a shortcut and left you 500 meters away from where you're supposed to stop. If like 10 people complain about that, the owner of the matatu, we have them on our platform, they'll be able to get that feedback, and they will act. Yeah.
So what do you need for you to access my ride?
Okay. On one, anyone who can use our app. It's called My Ride Kenya. Download it from the App Store. But on the circles that are already on our platform, we'll have a sticker inside that has an SMS number. So you can SMS, or you can use WhatsApp, or you can use any other form. But these are for circles that have our stickers inside.
Now, what are some of the challenges that you foresee when you are trying to implement this particular program, this particular app?
Well, a lot of people don't believe that they can be part of the change, that matatus, they can be able to change it. So we have to change the way people think. We have to make them believe that, you know what, just leaving that feedback will result into a change. That is the biggest issue I've had about it. But everyone who have told to download the app, later they don't download because they don't believe they can get the change. But then, like a day or two later, they come and say, "Oh, I wish I had your app." So, I mean, download the app and see, and just be part of the change.
So if I don't have a smartphone,
Yeah.
I'm out of the game?
Oh, you're out of the game, of course, but we are getting all the matatus involved. Once we get everyone, in fact, the TSA has been a good partner, the National Road Safety Trust. Once we get all of them, we'll be able to get all the matatus on board. Then you can now use SMS and text. You know, for you to SMS and text, we'll give, okay, maybe we'll just make one text number for everybody, but at the moment, you need the app.
You said you're going to make the matatu industry safe and fun. How are you going to achieve the fun part of this?
Yes. Now, fun part, if you look at the app, you'll see a lot of people posting very, very fun things that are happening about in public transport. And you can also chat with other people, and just basically have a conversation with people. Yes.
Kenyans really mind about their economical status, and they want to know every penny where it goes.
Yes.
Now, do you how much does it cost for you to have this particular?
I know it's free.
It's free of charge.
Yeah. For the SMS, it will be 1 shilling. Of course, the normal SMS cost. If you are on a free, whatever, on a bundle, it's of course it's free. For WhatsApp, of course, it just costs the cost of data. It doesn't cost anybody. We get paid by the circles because we have a feedback platform. There are circles, very good circles, matatu circles, that actually enjoy this feedback. They want to improve their services. They wanted to make the matatus better, and basically, they have been the first ones to jump on board.
When I have this app,
Yes.
and I really want, somebody has really overcharged me, is it instant?
Okay. At the moment, we are going into a phase where we will be piloting with 1,000 matatus. So for those 1,000 matatus, it will be instant. You have someone waiting on the other side, waiting to give you the response. But basically, you can report anyone on the road. You can put that report anyone on the road. The other thing is, it goes to the owner of the matatu. It goes to social media. Other people with the app also get that kind of message. So if 3 of you are in the same matatu and you complain about being overcharged, that alone, hooking the 3 of you together, you can actually stand up against the conductor. and also it goes to social media, it goes to other people with the same app. So even for those who are not in the first group of 1,000, we know that there'll be response, if not from the owners of the matatus, but from social media or from other sources.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Yes.
Now, right now we are going to meet James Kabiru, who is also from Olive Media, to tell us more about what they do. Hello, James.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
How are
You
you?
live here.
Yes, we do.
Now, one of the things that I want to know from you, and even the people would want to know, is what is it about Olive Tree Media?
Olive Tree Media is an innovative software development company whose tagline is dream, code, and build. Meaning, if you can think it, if you can conceptualize something, bring it to us, we will code it, we will build it, and we will give you a technology product that you can use and apply in society.
Now, how is this important to the common mwananchi out there?
Number one, technology is now the thing that is driving our economy. It is driving our services, it is driving interactions between customers and businesses. It is the thing that is driving information and how people are receiving information. It is all within the technology space. What we do is play within that area so that we can translate people's thoughts, because people do understand the things that they want to do and how they want to do them. But there is a gap in the opportunity to translate these things into a technology platform that actually makes sense to these people. So bringing functions and bringing corporate communications and corporate use and management into the mobile phone by the use of SMS is a fantastic and wonderful way for companies to begin interacting digitally with their people,
Even their clients.
customers, and their clients. Okay? So it's basically moving life as you know it and putting it into that little gadget that you keep in your pocket called a mobile phone.
Now, how easy or difficult has it been for you to implement this particular idea?
We've been fortunate in one way, and because Kenya has been a relatively fast adapter of technology. Okay? From the time the mobile came in the late 90s, early 2000s, people began to understand the use of the mobile phone. And then we have also had a good opportunity, because in as much as companies and people and customers and all these people in this spectrum want to play in the digital field, and as much as they want to, they have not had the opportunity to interact with developers and with people who would actually do that and take them through that process for themselves. Okay? The difficulty has been in getting people to understand the full value that the mobile phone and mobile software and digital platforms can provide to them.
Now, from the way we've been having this chat, it seems it's majorly for big companies. Can an individual have one?
An individual can do it. It's not anything that is it's not something that is just unique to the big players. So even you, as a journalist, if you want to have your own application, publishing your own personal stories and the things that you see while you're there in the field, interacting with people like me and many others, you can have your own app.
One last one. What can you tell Kenyans about just getting digital and doing their things digital as they leave the analog, and especially to those people who are so stuck into the olden ways of doing things?
It is time Kenyans adapted efficient ways of doing things. It's time that we learned to free ourselves of the daily tasks that we do every day and trust technology to do some of these things for us. There are other ways now of learning and of reading, and the digital world provides you with such platforms. So now, gone are the days where you have to spend a lot of money to go and buy a magazine related to business, because it is the Harvard Business Review, as an example. You can now read it straight off your phone. The information is right there. It's easy. So So you become informed. Now, technology is making us informed. It is making us more efficient. It is making us more accountable to ourselves. And it is making life sweeter and freer for all of us. Yeah? And for us as Kenyans, this is a huge advantage, because for the first time in our history, or in the history of humanity, an entire civilization has the opportunity to catch up in very little time with the first world. And indeed, Kenya is playing in that space, and we are competing very effectively. So nowadays, within our development space, there is nothing that we do, or there is nothing that Americans or the British or people in the first world do that we cannot do. So we are now competing on the same plane.
Well, thank you very much for having me on Good Morning Kenya. It's a pleasure.